Guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we were going to get into sound deadening the 2020 Chevy Silverado that I got here, and I think it's going to make a big difference. So it is not bad, I'll tell you that. It's not too bad, but the doors, the interior panels rattle a little bit when I got the music cranked, and the roof sounds a little tinny when you tap it. So today we're going to get going on sound deadening the 2020 Silverado. I've got this stuff from Noico, and you can see it here. It is like a butyl backed with the reflective on the front. I've used this in the old K20. It worked great. It really made the cab a lot better, and with the addition of this foam, it made it a lot cooler in there when I was rolling in the heat, when I was running the AC, or in the cold. So it made a big giant difference, especially once I did the roof of the K20. It was night and day. So we're gonna get rolling. I've got 4 boxes of this stuff here, and I've got 4 boxes of this here, so it should be more than enough to do the whole entire cab of this truck, and we're gonna see how it comes out. So it's gonna be awesome, but the truck's dirty, so I gotta clean it and get busy. Alright guys, first things first, let's see if we could figure out how to get this door panel off here. So, I don't know, we'll figure it out. Alright fellas, I wanted to show you this here. So basically there's little clips like these that hold the door around the perimeter. They go into these little sockets, and basically all around I was able to just kind of, after I got the bolts loose down here and everything off, I was able to just kind of figure out where they were and then like get behind them with a screwdriver and pop them out. The only one that was really tough was this one. I couldn't really get to that one, but I don't think it hurt the panel in any way really. But man, they put a lot of like kind of deadening of their own behind it, which is kind of nice. And then you got this kind of panel here, so I'll have to pull this off and see what it looks like. As far as connections, there's just one of these guys. You basically just push this down, flip that up, and it pops the connector out. And the only other thing is this guy here, and then that just clips on here, and then the little ball goes in the socket. You want to be careful because behind, like I broke one of them, but there's a lip behind this, so when you're prying, if you get under that lip, you're going to pull on the whole thing, so you want to try to avoid that lip and get between there. So you want to get behind that big guy there instead of actually getting prying on there. So I didn't really jack them up too bad. I probably could use some kind of specialized body tool, but I ain't got one, so it is what it is. Alright guys, what I think I'm gonna do is just I'll do each door separately. So I'm gonna do this door, move to the next, move to the next, move to the next, instead of just pulling everything off and doing it all together. Just so things can go back together and less stuff laying around. So I took off the little moisture sound barrier kind of thingy, whatever they got there, and then I want you to listen to this. And that's just a little tap. So you hear all that? And it looks like they actually got a little, deadener up here, and you hear the difference. But then down here. So I'm gonna get over here, wipe this down, get some stuff on it. All right, so I'm gonna get in here with some all-purpose cleaner. It's kind of nice doing this on a new truck because everything's pretty clean. But I got a new microfiber towel, and I got my, so this is basically, it's an all-purpose cleaner, so it's like a light degreaser, and this stuff works remarkably well. So I'll get in here, wipe it all down, and then we'll get putting some stuff in there. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna kind of eyeball a piece and cut it down. The best with this is these serrated scissors. These are Fiskars. And look at it, just shit's awesome. And it just cut right through it. And the one good thing about today is that it's about 90 degrees, so we'll make it good for this stuff to stick. So let me, that'll work. Be a good enough piece for there. So the one thing that I like to do when I'm doing this is I'll take these gloves off and I'll put on my like mechanics gloves, because it slides easily over the over the foil that's on top. So I got a roller that I'm going to use to roll it in, but in areas where you can't really get to it, you can take your mechanics gloves and your finger. Make sure you got a nice press on it. Alright, so I got my roller here. It's kind of a, I don't know, got a little weight to it, so helps you go, and it's got these little grooves in it. So let's get busy. Alright, so since this is going to fit in here pretty well, I'm just going to pull the whole backing off. I'm going to try to keep your fingers out of it. We'll pull that one off and try not to let it touch too much. And the one cool thing about this is that, you know, you don't have to be perfect, because as long as you're coating a large part of the panel, you're gonna have results. You know what I'm saying? So I won't worry too much about it. See, right now it's sticking so good, so we'll try to get it back there as much as we can. Let's see. Messed up a little bit. There we go. Just, you know, flatten her out best you can. I like to rub it down, try to push it down as good as I can, and then we'll take a roller and we'll just start rolling it. Now, I don't know if you have to specifically roll it down super hard, but I know on my other truck, like, I rolled it just pretty good, and it's stuck to the roof. And I checked the roof next to it, where before, or right next to where the stuff was, and it was like 150 degrees in the summer, and it still held up above my head. So you just get in here and do a little rolling. Then we're gonna come back and I'm gonna show you the difference. All right, fellas, here we go. So I got the foam in there. So I got the layer of the sound deadener and then the layer of the foam, and just really anywhere that I could. So here we go. You ready? Before and after. This is after. This is after. It's sounding pretty solid. All right, here's the interior door panel, and it's got this material on it. Kind of hooks on here, and then it looks like it was glued right here. I kind of pulled it off a little bit just to get it back. So I'm gonna I think I'm gonna lay a piece right here, and I might do something right here as well. But I'm thinking about doing something around here as well, just to kind of take that, hopefully take the rattle away. Well, we'll see what happens. All right, guys, so I pretty well did this area under here, over here. I even did right here and some foam. See that maybe there? And then I did around the speaker here. So just to kind of keep it from rattling, you know what I mean? So like it's just solid now, you know, and I think it's worth the extra effort to do the door panels as well. I mean, you might as well. I got a whole bunch of it, so I might as well do it. And I think it's gonna sound so much better, especially that door. That door sounds so much more solid right now. So right now I'm gonna get all the clips on, pop this door in, make sure everything works, and then move to the next door. All right, so all my clips are back on the door, or I mean actually on the door panel. I've done the panel, I've done behind here. I think it's gonna be pretty good. Got all my clips out and just getting ready to put this on here. I just have to put this in the door lever, snap it in, and then I gotta hook up my deal down here. So here, let me move you over a little bit so you can see. So I gotta hook this guy up here. So. Alright, so let's review here what you need to remove this. So you are going to need a 7mm. There's one here, so there's one there underneath, one there underneath. There's one behind this little panel, and then this pops off right here, and then there's two back in there. And so all you really need is a 7mm and kind of a long screwdriver to pry up in there. If you had one of those actual body thing removal tools, it'd probably be easier, but these really aren't that bad, and they didn't really break, which is nice. So everything's nice and solid. I deadened it all. So let's see. Sounding pretty good. Let's see how it sounds compared to this door. You hear how hollow that is? Now listen to this one. Solid, baby. fellas, this is what I came up with on the door panel here. This is on the driver rear. So I got a lot of deadening and a lot of foam. So I held it up and tapped it, and it sounds pretty solid. So it's good enough. I think it's good. You know, I think it's, like I said, it's worth the time. So now I'm gonna go get it back on. Let me show you over here. I'll show you the door, what I did in the door. Right, so you can see there, no foam, everything, and pretty well covered everything I could with the actually deadening material. So I just popped it in, rolled it on, and same with this stuff. You can do it with finger. Sometimes it's good to roll it to get an air bubble. But hell yeah, we're gonna roll on, man. This is taking longer than I thought it was gonna take. You know how you piss yourself off sometimes, guys, when you're working on something. I forgot to put this back in. Son of a gun, now I gotta pull this whole dang thing back apart. All right, fellas, here we go. Let's talk about this. So Noico, awesome product. Sticks well, doesn't stink. You can see it there. That's the red one. That's the 150 mil. And everything went on well, went on easy. I used those serrated scissors, and it cuts the stuff like butter. And then, like I said, make sure you wear some mechanics gloves or some kind of leather glove, because I was reaching in the door and it did slice my finger, a piece of this metal here, so do be careful. And yeah, it wasn't too bad, you know what I mean? Like, took me a day and a half, but you know, if you were fast and smooth, you know, you could probably get it done sooner. But I'm slow and I'm watching my kid while I'm out here. So I ended up I used 5 sheets of the Deadener. So it's a pretty big sheet. And like I said, I used probably every bit of 5 sheets. And then I ended up using 22 of the foam. So between the panels and the inside the doors, yeah, there's some weight, and I'll show you. So everything sounds nice and solid. So I'm digging it. So I'm gonna go for a drive, see how she sounds. All right, fellas, so other than it being, I think, a little bit quieter in here, and a little bit of the road noise away and some of the bumps and stuff. Like I said, it was pretty solid before, you know, it's a brand new truck, but I got 13,000 miles on it, but I think it's making a difference. Now, the one thing I noticed that made a huge difference is the sound of music. So man, I've been blasting some country, and man, it sounds so good, like so much fuller and richer. Damn, it's like, this is a custom, so it's like the low model truck, and it's got some crappy speakers in it, but damn, it sounds really, really good. Just the sound difference that it made with the speakers and just the fullness and the richness, man, I'd have to say, just for that, it's worth it. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, I just wanted to run that by you just to let you know it does make a difference if you just get in there and just put it all over everything, you know, where nothing's rattling, nothing's moving, everything's solid and held to the yeah. So this was part 1, so I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you thought it was cool, go ahead and share it, and make sure you subscribe. All right, guys, you take it easy. Dave out. I'll catch you on the next one.